Hello everyone, this is Greg from Northern Audio, and today I wanted to touch base on a term you may have heard but not really understand what it is, a DAC. So what is a DAC? It's a digital to analog converter, and what does that mean? Well, pretty much everything you have, maybe the cell phone you're looking at this on, has a DAC in it. Basically what it does is it takes the ones and zeros, whenever you're sent over a network, a music file, or whatever the case, and turns it into an analog waveform that your RCA jacks and your receiver can understand. Now, if you want to do it on a high level, they obviously get a lot better. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, some of the different pieces that we have here at Northern Audio that we have on the showroom floor. And I wanted to show you 4 different pieces kind of in a price scale a little bit. So whether you're looking to start your journey into high-end DACs, or if you're looking for the end game piece or maybe something in between, one of these 4 pieces may fit the bill for you. So the first thing we have up, we're going to talk about the Fezz Equinox. Now this piece here, you may notice up top, it has a tube. Now that's pretty unique. Now there's a company called Lampizator you may have heard, or heard the lore of. There's a DAC that has 300B tubes. You may have seen there's 2 of them that stick out the top of it. That's the Lampizator. Very expensive DAC, widely considered one of the best ones out there. It's a Polish company. So is Fezz Audio. They got together, they did a joint effort, and for $3,000 you can get Lampizator technology. This thing sounds incredible for the money. The other thing I will tell you is it doesn't do DSD. You can go up to PCM 384. So if you're listening to Rune, things of that nature, really not a big deal. If you have a Super Audio CD collection, it's not really going to play that. But outside of that, like I said, fantastic DAC. It's running an AKM chip. And also of note, the specific chip that they use in this is widely considered one of the best chips out there, and it's no longer made. So that being said, this kind of has a little bit of mystique to it from that perspective too. So let's say we wanted to step up and do something in more along the lines of separates. So here what we have is the HiFi Rose RS130. Now this is their streamer for $5,200. And coupled with it, we have the Weiss DAC 204. Now this is a 9018 chipset that it's using a DAC-based chip. Now these 2 pieces here, $5,200, $34.95 for the DAC. Weiss, if you don't know who they are more known in the pro audio world, and why that would be the sound signature or the lack of a sound signature. Extremely clean DAC. So you may have heard about DAC chips. This one specifically uses the 9018, and it's certainly not about what DAC chip, but more importantly, how you implement it. And this, coming from the pro world, you will not find a better implementation of a 9018. Many professionals swear by this DAC, actually. So again, $5,200, $34.95. We're starting to approach end game pieces at that point. So let's show you something even a step up from that we have in the main showroom here. So on the main floor, we have, right here, we have the Mola Mola. This is the Tambaki. This retails for $13,500. And whenever you get into this level with DACs, it's more going to be using proprietary filters, things of that nature. This will do up to DSD 256. But this thing sounds unbelievable. If you've never heard this, absolutely stop down here. Ask for Greg, ask for Mark. We'll be glad to show it to you. This is absolutely an end game piece. And one of the things that, whenever you get a DAC of this caliber, you really start to get into something that just sounds analog. You can A/B it with vinyl, and you very rarely can tell the difference. Then from there, let's say if you want to get the absolute best. Well, right now, the best is considered the MU2 Grimm. Now, this guy here, we did a video on this before. It goes for about $16,500. There's a couple upgrades that you can get in the ways of hard drives. It'll add a couple $100 to it. But also of note, this is not just a DAC. This is a preamp. This is also a streamer. So it is also a Rune streamer as well too. It'll do Rune core. So good in fact, it powers the whole store. We run everything in Northern Audio and music to my ear all from this MU2 Grimm. So if you're downstairs shopping for records, and if you ever notice it sounds really good down there, that's why. Everything's being powered by the Grimm. So this guy here, like I said, it's a plug and play. It uses what they call the double Nyquist filter, FPGA, field programmable. So really there's not a lot of knowledge on what they're doing. It's kind of the, that's the magic under the hood. but I invite you to come and hear it for yourself because it absolutely is magical. We'll give you a great demo. Ask for Greg, ask for Mark. Come see us, 3003 Babcock. And again, thanks for listening to the music.